You've done a bet before, hedge funds versus the S&P, when you were an allocator in the hedge fund world. You're now thinking about a similar bet, but with private equity.
We'll leave aside the old one that I made with Warren Buffett a long time ago. That was hedge funds against the market. And I had a dog in the fight then. I was managing hedge fund portfolios. I don't have a dog in this fight. Ever since that Buffett bet, no surprise, people have said, oh, you should do this, or what about this bet? And none of them really were an important enough issue to have in public to say, oh, yeah, that's something great to do. But this one's super interesting, particularly as the wealth channel starts to embrace these alternative assets. I know it's not a perfect comparison, but will private equity over time beat the market? And there's a pretty simple trade-off at a high level, which is you can access the market at much lower cost. So private equity has to make up for the fees. If you constructed it similarly, so let's say US buyouts, and private equity could be venture capital, it could be a lot of things. But if it's US buyouts, you actually have roughly similar economic exposures. Largest sector of US buyouts is software, Mag 7 is software, and so on. It's not anywhere near identical, but similar economic drivers, similar return drivers. So it's actually a reasonable comparison of the underlying businesses. And then the real question is, can you make up for the fees? So how would you do that? One is leverage. So there's more leverage in private equity. That benefits private equity. Generally speaking, private equity is smaller companies. Over long periods of time, small outperforms large, though it hasn't for a long time. Private equity has control. There's a liquidity premium in theory. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't today. There's a bunch of different factors that would tell you maybe structurally private equity is better and has been, but fees are high. And can you make up enough of it? So I just kind of put that out there to say, this would be an interesting bet. Now, it's hard to measure. There's a lot of factors. I don't know what'll happen, but since this came out, there's a lot of interest.
Wake